All right, everybody. So this is the lesson on factoring difference of two perfect squares. So we've already talked about factoring by GCF. We've already talked about factoring trinomial. So let's take a look at this one for a minute. We're going to factor this a different way. But before we do, let's just talk about how we might do this. So if I look at this, I go, well, my first step is always to check for a greatest common factor, and there's no greatest common factor here. This has x squared. This does not have an x at all, and this has a coefficient of 1. So there's no greatest common factor here between these two terms. And it's not a trinomial because it doesn't have 3 terms. It only has 2 terms. Well, technically, I could turn it into a trinomial. What term is missing? The term that's missing is the one in the middle. So I could turn this into x squared plus 0x minus 16. That's actually the same thing. And now I go, okay, this is a trinomial. So this is one of these ones where I'm going to put my 2 sets of parentheses. X times x gives me x squared. And then I'm trying to figure out what multiplies to negative 16 and adds to 0. Well, it turns out that that's going to be plus 4 and minus 4. So this is a completely valid way of doing these types of trinomials if you want to. But there is a shortcut. And in order to use the shortcut, you need to recognize the situation. So let's talk about what happened here so that I know that this is the situation of difference of two perfect squares. So let's talk about how you recognize it. First, I want you to notice that there are only 2 terms. So there are only 2 terms. Okay? 1, 2. Now, the second thing I want you to notice is that they are separated by a minus sign. That is important. It can't be a plus. If it's a plus, this doesn't work. So, separated by a minus sign. Okay, this is called the difference of two perfect squares. Okay, so difference means subtract, not add. And then the last thing is I want you to notice that x squared is a perfect square. Remember, a perfect square means that something times itself will give you that. So with x squared, it's x times x. With 16, it's 4 times 4. So both terms are perfect squares. So if you get this situation, and you recognize, you go, oh, wait a minute, this has 2 terms. This is separated by a minus sign. Both terms are perfect squares. Then you can shortcut this a little bit. Let's take a look at what I mean. So let's take a look here. So x squared minus 4. Okay, well, first thing I'm going to check for is GCF. No GCF here. The next thing is it a trinomial? No. But let's see if this fits the pattern. It has 2 terms, 1, 2. It's separated by a minus sign. And x squared is a perfect square, x times x. 4 is a perfect square, 2 times 2. So as soon as that happens, I can go, this is difference of two perfect squares. So how do I factor it? Put 2 sets of parentheses, put 1 plus, 1 minus, and then you take the square root of each piece. So the square root of x is x squared. So that's going to go here. X times x. And then the square root of 4 is 2. That's going to go in the back. Okay, let's try this other one. Greatest common factor? No, there's nothing. 81 and 16 do not have any common factors. This one has an x, this one has a y. No greatest common factor here. It's not a trinomial, it only has 2 terms. So is it difference of two perfect squares? Well, it's two terms. Got that? Separated by a minus sign. Got that? And 81x squared is a perfect square. What's the square root of 81x squared? It's 9x. 9x times 9x gives you 81x squared. And for 16y squared, it's 4y. 4y times 4y gives you 16y squared. So this meets all three criteria. It's two terms, it's separated by a minus sign, both terms are perfect square. So okay, two sets of parentheses, 1 plus 1 minus. The square root of the first thing goes in the front. The square root of the second thing goes in the back, and we're done. So this is an issue of recognizing the situation, and then once you recognize the situation, then you can use the shortcut to factor it. Try the practices, use the answer keys, and come see me during virtual office hours if you need more help.